Did you know that in 1951, someone actually built a car that only powered one rear wheel and then had the nerve to sell it with no doors and a roof you needed yoga training to enter? Ladies and gentlemen and my friend Timmy, today we're diving into the automotive equivalent of a frog in a tuxedo, the 1951 Kover CK1, a French microcar so small you don't park it, you hang it on a wall next to your garden tools. But before we throw ourselves headfirst into this miniature French fever dream, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, unless, of course, you enjoy missing out on cars you can lift with one hand and lose in your garden shed. This bizarre little creation rolled out of France in 1951, built by Société Industrielle de Livry, a company that had already given us the Atlas baby car, which was basically what happened when a Matchbox car got frisky with a sewing machine. The Kover CK1 was designed by Alex Kover, a man who clearly looked at doors and said, unnecessary. Instead, this was a no-door, no-roof, no-nonsense micro-roadster that made the Citroën 2CV look like a limousine. And what was under this French sardine can? One lonely little 125 cubic centimeters, AMC two-stroke engine, one cylinder, air-cooled. Mounted in the back like it was hiding from responsibility. It pumped out 5.5 horsepower, barely enough to outrun your neighbor Karen's gossip. It had a 4-speed manual transmission plus a reverse gear, and by reverse gear, we mean it crawled backwards slower than Timmy backing out of a dinner date when he found out she was vegan. The weirdest part? Only the left rear wheel was powered. No differential, no finesse. Just one wheel doing all the work like Timmy on group projects. Steering? Surprisingly advanced for its time. Rack and pinion. Brakes? Mechanical, cable-operated, and probably as effective as yelling "stop" at a cow. Let's talk size, or lack thereof. Length? About 8 feet. Width? 3 feet 9 inches. Weight? 518 pounds, soaking wet. If you had 2 baguettes in your backpack, you'd outweigh it. It sat 2 people side by side, very close together. So close, in fact, that if your passenger sneezed, you caught it in stereo. The roof was a foldable canvas joke so tight it made crawling under a desk during an earthquake feel luxurious. One reviewer said, "Good luck fitting under that convertible top." Design-wise, it was charming in a "did my kid draw this" kind of way. Long sweeping fenders, headlamps stuck on the sides like confused insects, and a rear-mounted spare that screamed, "I tried." There were no doors, so you entered by doing a gymnast-level leg swing over the side. Timmy tried that, tore his pants, and pulled a hamstring. Twice. Let's talk cash. Back in 1951, the Kover CK1 cost about 215,000 French francs, which today converts to somewhere between $8,000 and $9,000. Not bad unless you remembered the Citroën 2CV was selling for only $650. That's right, for the same price, you could get a car with doors and dignity. On the collector's market, though, that's where it gets spicy. In 2013, a beautifully restored CK1 sold at RM Sotheby's for $28,750, a record for a car that could be mailed in a shoebox. Despite its size and simplicity, the Kover CK1 was a bold experiment in modular design and affordable mobility. It was a car for people who wanted to go places, slowly, awkwardly, and without doors, but go nonetheless. I believe Alex Kover had real vision, even if that vision didn't include fitting people over 5 feet 5 inches. So hats off to you, little Kover. You may not have lasted long, but you left a quirky little tire mark on history and probably on someone's ankles while trying to get in. Huge thanks to our sponsors. You keep the wheels turning, even if they're only 3 inches wide and driven by a lawnmower engine. See you next time. Folks, and remember, never trust a car that weighs less than your mother-in-law's purse.